Welcome to the Eating at a Meeting podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Stuckrath, dietary needs expert, certified meetings manager, certified food protection manager. I have searched the globe to find people and businesses who are creating safe, sustainable, and inclusive food and beverage experiences for their employees, guests, and communities. In each episode, you will find authentic conversations about how food and beverage impacts inclusion, sustainability, culture, community, health, and wellness. I know that sounds like a lot, but we're going to cover it all. Are you ready to feed engagement, nourish inclusion, and bolster your bottom line? If so, let's go.
Hey, everybody. I was not going to come live today because I've been traveling and on the road, but I'm in the middle of planning menus for clients. And I want to just air my frustration. We have to choose breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. But I am just so frustrated looking at the breakfast menu options. And today, and it rings really true to me today, is that today is National Diabetes Awareness Month, the kickoff of that, and actually World Vegan Day. And when I look at menus at hotels, when I'm ordering for groups, the cheapest options are the continental breakfast. And those continental breakfasts, it is literally just sugar and carbs, which carbs turn into sugar. But it literally is just sugar that we're feeding our attendees. And when I'm looking and I've got $100 menus to go through from that have been sent to me to do research, but I'm blown away by how much sugar that we are offered to feed our attendees in the morning. And this is just not good for our bodies and our brains. So I'm going to try to find some pictures that I took from some screenshots I took of menus today, just to demonstrate what I'm looking at. And I'm just blown away by what is available or not available. Here's one of them here. Let's do this screenshot. So this is a continental breakfast, and sorry about the blurriness of it. For $44, we get juices, we get seasonal fruits, we get dry cereals, assorted pastries, and coffee. And then none of these. And then for $46, same thing. We get some yogurts added to that. So for another $2, we get yogurt and some caramel pecan buns. And then for an additional $2, we get some oatmeal with blueberries, and we get bagels with that one. There's absolutely no protein in any of these things. You could say the yogurts have some protein in it, but no protein whatsoever. This is literally all sugar and carbs. And our attendees are going to crash. Their focus in the sessions that we're sending them to right after we feed them breakfast, they're just going to crash because they've got so much sugar. It's just frustrating to me that this is what we have in this day and age of 2023, and we are working on finding options and people are looking for better, cleaner food and beverage options for their menus. It just kind of blows me away that this is what we've got. And when we're looking at these catering menus, we're paying staff, I get that, but I wish we really could incorporate some additional proteins into these menu items so that we're not, I'm going to redact somebody's hotel name, so that we're giving people some nutrients in the food that we're serving. We're not giving them any kind of nutrients in the food that we're serving, especially when there's no protein, there's fruits and vegetables, which is probably pineapples and cantaloupe and some other kind of melon. And it just frustrates me. So that's just my thought for National Diabetes Month. Actually answer this question to me. What do you eat for breakfast every day? Tell me in the comments, what do you eat for breakfast every day? Do you eat cereal? Do you eat pastries with sugar? I'm not going to even say the ingredients, but do you eat pastries for breakfast? Is that what you normally eat? Do you have almond milk? Do you have regular milk? I do cottage cheese with blueberries and some fruit. Sometimes I throw some granola in there, some other fruit. I have gluten-free toast with almond butter on it, or I have scrambled eggs, or I have an omelet with lots of vegetables in it, which I know we can order that on buffets. But what do you eat for breakfast? If you're listening to me, and I know I've got two people here listening, put in the comments, what do you eat for breakfast? So I would really like to know. And I would actually really like to know what the people who are designing these menus eat for breakfast. Because if we're not eating pastries and we're not eating melon for breakfast, why are we constantly serving that? Is that the cost you've got? That's the cheapest thing that you can offer us for our attendees. But can we work together to create healthier menus? And I have found some hotels that do have healthier menu options on there, but it's doing those add-ons. And even when actually, I was going to show you that one a second ago. This is their Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's $38 a person. This is their continental breakfast. Look at all of that. So it's Greek yogurt with some almond granola, honey, assorted dry cereal, oatmeal, danishes, cream cheese, bagels, muffins, croissants. Literally, that's what I don't know what the difference is between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday here. There's buckwheat and coconut porridge here on Wednesday. And actually note and there's some stone ground grits that are gluten-free, some all-natural oatmeal that's dairy-free on Monday. That's the only difference, I think, between each one of those days in that. But that's literally what we're paying. It's $38 per person plus tax and gratuity, but it literally is just sugar. There's no proteins in here, which we do need to get some proteins in here, whether they're animal-based proteins or vegan-based proteins. Let's please start adding some of these things to our banquet menus. What was the other one that I wanted to show you? I was looking at one of my breaks for one of my events. This is the add-ons for if you wanted to. This is the classic American breakfast for them. It literally is strawberries, yogurts, granola, pastries. That's $69 for their actual classic American breakfast buffet. And if I wanted to change out the scrambled eggs here, I can do that with a different one with cheese on it. But if I want to change out the scrambled eggs for a different option of eggs, it's an additional $9 over that. So if you're questioning what meeting planners are having to pay for the food and beverage and breakfast, so that would be $69 plus another $9. So that's $78 plus tax and gratuity for me to serve scrambled eggs with any kind of vegetables in it as in this regular breakfast buffet. That is not a continental breakfast. The other one from that same hotel that actually, I was going to show you this one, is I was actually asking them to see if I could, let's see, this one here, can't tell. Yep. So this is what the add-ons are if I want to add anything additional to any of my buffets or for my breaks. So danishes, but nothing here is healthy. The only things healthy right here on this list of add-ons is the whole fresh fruit and where is the other one? It was the rustic wedges of fresh fruit served with vanilla yogurt dip. Those are probably the two healthiest things on here that we're option. And then I actually asked the property, I'm like, is there anything else that we can do that is healthier? And she told me that if I have any options or suggestions to add to this as as pay on consumption items, this is all pay on consumption except for everything that's here, that's per dozen, that I would have to, if I was going to buy it, if I wanted 100 of them, I would have to pay for the full 100 of them. It wouldn't be based on consumption. Whatever they purchase to feed us, I would have to pay for the entire thing. But when I asked but she did say that, hey, there's some options in the buffets that we could do. But the buffets, as you were looking at those prices, are quite expensive. And if I'm trying to manage my costs, I might want to do something that's on consumption instead. And then I'm stuck with here, candy bars, energy bars, ice cream and fruit bars, chips, pretzels, popcorn, etc. So today is just my airing of my grievances of trying to plan menus for attendees and clients. And if you notice that any of those things, very little of those items are labeled for allergens or different dietary needs. I asked one of the hoteliers, she said, well, we do daily They do actually standard menus Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for lunches. And she said, and we do they've been designed around dietary needs. And I said, can you explain that to me? And she's like, well, they've been designed around dietary needs. And there really wasn't much more explanation. So hopefully in my site visit in a couple of weeks, I will be able to talk to the chef to really understand what that means, since I'm looking at the menus that they're providing me don't have anything labeled in them as well. So today was just a gripe. I'm sorry for this podcast episode. Please let me know what you eat for breakfast. I really would love to know what you eat for breakfast so that we can maybe educate our hoteliers on things that we would like to see on our breakfast menus instead. The next couple of weeks, I will be traveling. So I will be coming to you on site from Charlotte, speaking there for the exhibitor show or exhibitor fast track. And then the following week, I am speaking at FICP convention. So I will be in Florida for that. And I will come to you live from that JW Marriott, Marco Island. I think that's right. Yep. And then the following week, I will be coming back from speaking at PCMA Canada East, which is in Northeast Maine or Northeast Canada in St. John. So I will be reporting on some exciting things actually that we're doing for that program around labeling and educating our attendees on what is being served and what we're getting from the local market. So today, kicking off National Diabetes Awareness Month, is my gripe on our food and beverage options at hotels that are not healthy for us. So if you have any insight on how to make those meals healthier, David T. Stevens, anyone else, let me know. I appreciate it. Until next week, stay safe and eat well. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the Eating at a Meeting podcast, where every meal matters. I'm Tracy Stuckrath, your food and beverage inclusion expert. Call me and let's get started right now on creating safe and inclusive food and beverage experiences for your customers, your employees, and your communities. Share the podcast with your friends and colleagues at our Eating at a Meeting Facebook page and on all podcast platforms. To learn more about me and receive valuable information, go to tracystuckrath.com. And if you'd like more information on how to feed engagement, nourish inclusion, and bolster your bottom line, then visit eatingatameeting.com.